We are previewing Week 2 in the NFL here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we are talking right now with one of my absolute favorite returning guests of all time. You know him, you love him by now. Troy West from allplayswin.com. We are going to talk about Dallas and KC. Troy, thanks for being back with us this week.
Thanks a lot, Pete. I appreciate it. 3-0 sweep. One of the guys that one of my clients, he comes up to me, Pete, says, "Pete, Troy, you got balls," and I think one of them's Crystal, and we're starting to believe it over here at All Plays Win.
That's pretty, yeah, I mean, you do have balls. I mean, your record with us is great, and beyond that, it's not like you sit back and sift through all the games and pick like one or two games where you're sure you have a solid edge and you go with that. I mean, you take a ton of games. You'll take games I ask you for. Last week you're taking 5 games, 4-1 overall. This week you're taking 8 games. I mean, and you've been doing this forever. Troy, how do you do it? Tell us a little bit about who you are and Troy and allplayswin.com.
Pete, we've been going strong now for about 7 years. I've got guys that cover numerous areas across the country, and the reason for that is, I can't do it all here. I really can't. We got guys on the East Coast that follow those conferences much closer. I cover the majority of them, but I strictly most of the West Coast, and got guys that cover certain sports. We take a lot of pride in what we do, Pete. This is what I do full time. We're in the books. We're making phone calls. I'm going to practices. We do a lot. It's not just your typical breaking down stats and trends kind of thing. We really dig deep into this stuff, and I've been involved in sports a long time, and it's paying off, Pete. It started off real small. We're growing into big things, and we're excited. We hope people will continue to come out and take a look at us, but we love what we do, and we love talking to people about sports, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
All right, well, I'm happy that you're back with us this week, Troy West. Now we're going to talk about Dallas at KC. KC -2.5 at home. That's juiced, or -3 at plus odds. And you had Dallas last week, was one of your 3 winners with us, and I agreed with it. And Dallas did get the win and cover, but if you look at the way that game turned out, maybe you're thinking that they should have beaten the Giants by a lot more than they actually did. They benefited a lot from turnovers, and it was still wound up being a pretty close game. KC, on the other hand, looking great. It did come against Jacksonville, but still, first game under Andy Reid, looking very good. I expected this line to be a little bit higher, and I'm thinking that you're going to like KC here, -2.5. There's some injury rumors about Tony Romo and Des Bryant. I'm thinking that similar to the last game, maybe it's not a blowout, but at -2.5, KC has value. Is that what you like here?
I'm going the opposite side. I'm going to roll with Dallas here to get a game on the road, Pete.
Whoa.
I think this Dallas team is very underestimated. They looked pretty good running the football. Their defense caused 6 turnovers against a team that just does not turn the ball over 6 times. I don't care how it happened. I don't care if it was Wilson's fumbles or Eli's interceptions. Dallas looked like a better football team. Their offense looked a little stagnant at times. They did some stupid things. But I think this is a veteran Dallas team that's hungry to win some football games on the road this year. They did it last year. They played pretty well on the road last year. I think they're going to do it again this year. So I'm going to roll with Dallas. I think Romo is going to play. I don't think there's any question there. I think Des Bryant is going to play. I don't think there's any question there either. So I'm going to roll with Dallas. I don't believe in this Chief team yet. Really? I do think they're improved under Andy Reid, but I think the Cowboys are the better football team. And for them to get in 3 points, if you have to buy the hook, do it. Dallas will play this game within a field goal, but I think they're going to win the football game.
Wow. I have to say I'm shocked. We've been doing a bunch of calls recently where I've been agreeing with you on everyone. I've been predicting what you're going to say. This one surprised me. So you're not a believer in KC. I mean, they had a bunch of, all-pro players from last year. They kind of underachieved. Now Andy Reid comes in. They look great in game 1, but you're still not a believer. Why?
I'm not a believer. I just think, this team, I think there are going to be about a 7-9, 8-8 team, but they did beat a bad Jacksonville team. I think anybody's going to beat Jacksonville by those kind of figures. I do know they kind of gelled pretty well. Charles got moving a little bit, but I'm still not a huge Alex Smith fan. I think he needs to prove himself over a longer period of time before we jump on his bandwagon. I'm just believing in this Dallas Cowboy team. I thought they looked really good. They looked fast. They get some new guys back on the offensive line. They'll have a new starting right guard this week. I think it's going to pay big for Romo. He looked like he had time in the pocket. I think he'll start clicking with all these receivers. I think Dallas is going to be a dangerous team this year. I really do. I think they're going to get 10, 11 wins. I think the Chiefs is one of them.
All right, we will see how this game turns out. I'm very interested to see if you nail this one as well. We'll give you Dallas +3, which you can get shopping around. Thanks so much, Troy West.
Thanks, guys.